things get shaken up quite a bit. I also saw earlier, Monster, when you were talking, Benji got the upper hand on Acorn as they did fight that 50-50, which now I know I've been harping on don't fight contested off the rip. But in game 8, when you're this far behind, you have to fight. So that's why you saw Benji get that pick. They're well behind. I think they're like in top 20 or top 25. So I think it's actually great that they did fight that early on. And I will also say in game 7 and game 8, I talked about it in game 7, but it's not going to be as stacked as a late game because teams are going to get more desperate. Well, the stats back that up as well. Last game number 7, it was actually, we got down to our top 30 teams a minute and a half faster than we had in any other game. So it just goes to show how fast game 7 and game 8 is because teams start to get a little bit desperate. I think that'll be the same thing here. Yeah, wise decision. As things slow down a little bit. Not to continue to harp on the point, but again, we talked about it a little bit last game, Monster. Back to Benji's 8 and back to just the idea of playing contention or not. Oh, actually, no, things are going to get shaken up here as Who Fishy's going to get shaken up. He's going to get taken out. Big. That's huge. That's our 4th place team, 4th place player. Who Fishy is out of this one. And guess who it was? Agers and Degen take out the 4th place team. So don't go and say that they can't contest because they certainly have the mechanical skill to contest if they want to contest. And it shows right there. Meanwhile, back to that statistic I was talking about, Zayt and Benji Fishy, Acorn and Jack, well, coming into this game again, they are 23rd and 24th place respectively. They are quite literally just cannibalizing each other's chances and opportunities to make it to late game and to place, and they're splitting up their placement points because they're basically just 50-50ing, and the placement actually shows that.
Not only that, it looks like they were fighting either for the drop or the vehicle that's parked here on the other side, and they have the extra heals to do it, so just interesting play out of Agers and Degen. Not only that, separating themselves from that northern spot on the map. This lake is going to be a pain point later on in the game anyways if they stood over there because that's the congested side of the lobby. So taking the early risk here to cross the river is going to pay off. And I know it's going to pay off because, again, they're avoiding the stacked side of the lobby, right? With the limited mobility, it's more likely that there's going to be players up there. It's just good Fortnite coming out of them. Smart rotates here.
Yeah, I'm liking it. Just a quick update for y'all. Our 4th, 5th, and 7th place team are all out of the lobby already. So that means it really is a 3-team race. Degen and Agers in 1st, Day and Clicks in 2nd, and Kanata Macwood in 3rd. Kazi and Who Fishy, well, they're out. Dusky, Azurvo, well, they're also out. And of course, I'm sorry, but if you're a fan of Saf and Liquid Stretch, they are eliminated as well as they fell over in Tilted. Unfortunate, or Salty Towers, sorry, I gotta get the correct POI now, but they got taken out as well. Cease and Skittles, they're in 9th. That gives them an opportunity to break into the top 5 here. We see a variety of these teams. Colazo de Roller, 2 of them nearby, they're in 12th.
And they're parked up right here next to Uvik, Hapt, Brokane and Voyo looking in. Macwood and Kanata here have a couple decisions to make. They have a couple options as for fights if they wanted to take any. Look, the zone's going to pull south as well. Those early rotates paying out for Degen and Agers as this continues to go on through. Here goes the Storm Surge. It becomes active. They're not happy with being so close to the tag. They understand later in the game, they're going to need tags anyways. You might as well fight now while other players are possibly looking to fight. While these guys have to definitely rotate before you, they have what I would call is a grip on the rotate here. They do get to dictate the pace of this rotate. The sooner they move, the sooner the out teams can move. But if they hold, then they have just so much more grief opportunities here to really dig into the enemies here and play for free tags. That's what Degen and Agers need to separate themselves from saying, we're great players or we're star players.
Bro, it's literally just the fact that you can tweet one Dreamhack NA East and throw your stat card on there. That tweet always blows up, and that clout that comes with it is great. Rokane
it happened for Mars.
You know what I'm saying?
It happened for Mars. Mars OW was the same thing. He was a great player on the radar, right? A pop-off player, always made grand finals, never had high placements, right? Nothing spectacular. Wins a tournament, life-changing.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It happened for Booga. I mean, Booga was, I remember playing in private servers with Booga way early on before he got picked up by Sentinels. And then he was relatively big and obviously well known amongst the pros, but winning a tournament, what that does for you, well, you'll go on Jimmy Fallon in Booga's case. Maybe not if you win a Dreamhack tournament, but you certainly do get the social clout as a result. And that's what's amazing about these Dreamhack tournaments is it just gives another opportunity for these players that deserve the spotlight to get the spotlight. Kudos and thank you as always to our Dreamhack team and of course Epic Games for supporting these tournaments. I absolutely love it, and I know our Swedish production team is pulling another late night for us over in Sweden. So thank you so much to everyone in Europe with Dreamhack. And again, please, if you're in the chat, blow it up right now. Some ones in the chat for Dreamhack, as we got to give them some love.
Yeah, and this is the grand finals. This is the final game here. 8 long games of Fortnite have been casted so far. This is the last run of the mill here for the 3-horse race for first place right now. And you see production giving us the tip of the hat there, the caster shout out. Hey, you know, it's MonsterDFace's Fallout here. We're bringing the action, but the players are bringing the action. Macwood and Kanata still have to fight for first here. Legion and Agers with the Elim. Again, whatever they caught, they're distancing. They're taking more space, right? More strides away from the enemies. Yeah, they took out Sap and Stretch just before this, right? Dropping them at the Salty Towers. It's an important fight. It's a fight that they have to take. They don't have a choice here. The Storm Surge is telling them, you must push. And I know there's a big question mark on Tayson and Thomas' head, but it all makes sense now as they can hear the surge going off here. Their teammate's going to get tagged. Slash pulls him back here. 37 above, just enough to get above. And now they're going to play for the revive here.
Interesting. Tayson and Thomas, you can knock on their door, but guess what? They're going to answer with a statement. And of course, you got to be careful against this duo. It doesn't matter what their ping is. They are always going to be in contention. Thomas is one of the best qualifying players. He's made it to 4 or 5 NAE East tournaments. Coming from Europe, it's insane what Thomas HD from Denmark can do of Gamma. Of course, playing alongside Tayson, who I know Monster paid some homage to earlier. They're actually going to take out Slacks. That's huge. Shapix gets taken out. Speaking of Europe, Extras Illis gets taken out. Booga takes out Chewy and Donnie, so Booga can't sleep on him. He always shows up in game number 8 when it matters the most.
I'm just so impressed. Day has 4 eliminations already, and we're not even in the end game yet. That's the gap closer. That's the tiebreaker to literally catch up to Legion and Agers. Legion and Agers did have an Elim last we checked in with them, but now it's a single point race. It is so close between Clicks and Day now. It is a neck and neck competition. I said this at the start. It's coming down to who survives for the longer periods. I think will make the difference. And we're just going to have to keep a close eye on these two because it is so close now. Kanata and Mac would have the lead on the rotate here. They're in the front of the zone right now. Zay's playing for high ground. It's so close here.
And just to make sure y'all are aware, coming into this game, it was a 20-point difference between second and first. Legion and Agers had 358, Day and Clicks had 338. Well, with those few eliminations that Day has picked up, that puts them in contention. I know Agers has gotten 1 or 2. It's going to be a crazy finish here in game number 8. Ladies and gentlemen in the chat, blow it up right now. Let us know who you want to win. If you're a fan of Clicks, if you stand with Clicks, let us know, because him and Day need to pop off here if they want to do it. Refsguard is going to take out Hen, so a little Europe on Europe action right there in the elimination feed. As we take a look at the inventory, this is crucial. Look at this. Minis, a big pot, and a lot of heals overall for Clicks. Medkits are not necessarily what you want, so expect them to recycle that out here into this late game as Zayt gets 1.
This is scary too. Commandment and Scented have a high ground hold right now. They're about due for a victory royale. This is a team that is devastating when they're up above, but no, they get taken down. It's by Macwood and Kanata, and it's a fight for high ground. Macwood and Kanata are proving that they want to play for first. If they're going for high ground in zone 6, this is the key zone to do it. And I think they've managed to secure here. No, Edgy swinging around the side. Oh my gosh, they're literally shaking up height right here. This is going to change a lot of the narrative moving forward. Woo.
Oh, Macwood's going to get tagged up quite a bit. It's going to be Riverson that says, hold on, slow down here, bud. He's going to have to be forced to drop to low ground. Macwood tried taking high ground too soon. Too scary for Macwood. Needs to be very, really cautious on the rotation. Needs to pop that mini as fast as he can as well. So sometimes you want something, but sometimes you can't get what you want. As Macwood now puts himself in a dangerous spot. High risk, high reward play from Macwood. I don't blame him for doing it, as he's going to get taken out. That is huge. It's going to be Zum who takes out Macwood. Goodbye. He's out of the lobby.
And now Kanata is left by himself to continue this one out. Riverson and Edgy are going to be the ones on high ground. Storm Surge already going down here on the lobby. It is anyone's game here. Clicks and Day still alive in the low ground on the bottom right side. Can they catch up? Will they catch up? I still see Dejan alive too. He's in the mix here. Not for long. He's down. 2 eliminations. 383 is where he is left. There's still more fighting for Clicks and Day to do here, Fallout.
You gotta be kidding me. Monster called a Clicks and Day victory here. A lot of people have been saying you gotta put respect on Clicks' name. Well, guess what? This might be it. A major championship win is looming for Clicks and Day, and they just have to perform. But take a look at their inventory. Take a look at their loadout. They are so well positioned to close this game out. Clicks and Day. Day's gonna do it again. Day is popping off. That's 6 eliminations for Day. All day, all eliminations.
Here it is. We're watching the victory lap now for Clix and Day here. 7 elims. They have survived the test of time. They've done enough now, and the rest is for guts and glory here. They're looking to continue to pop off. If they can play a low ground victory, there will be only one of 3 teams to actually do it, making them themselves the 3rd here. But that high ground hold is not going to be for free. Riverson and Edgy, who fought it out in the 6th zone against Macwood, wrestled it back from Kanata, who took the risk to play for the big game. This is going to be a close race still for everyone else who's jockeying up the standings to break into top 10. But what a dream hack we've watched unfold here. And there's still going to be pop-off moments left to come.
And crazily enough, Day and Clix have not gotten a victory royale this entire finals. They're looking to get their first, but they've done it with consistency. They're going to drop one right there with the edit, gets the pick, gets the elimination. Wow. Day has 7. Finally, Clix gets one on the board as well. The 2 of them are playing so well as a duo, and I know Day has all the elims, but Clix has been putting in so much DPS, so much damage to make this possible. And I got to point out really quickly, Macwood going for high ground and getting taken out, a great point was made. That was the right decision. He had to go big because they were so far behind. High risk, high reward, and now, like Monster said, it is the victory lap for Day. It is the victory lap for Clix. They are just a few more eliminations away. They're going to continue to pop off. He's Michael that chase. He gets the double. Day and Clix cannot be stopped.
And he has the heals. I think Day will be able to win this if he can stand the test of time here. He can sit in the zone for as long as he wants to. He will be able to take his time. He also has enough material to stand this one out. Edgy and Riverson will have to come down. They will have to fight down low. Day will walk away with this if they don't press forwards the advantage of the high ground. If they don't push for the win, Day will win this just based off the heals here. This is going to come down to Clix. How long can Clix clutch out here? How long can Clix hold out for them? They're switching heals.
It comes down to a 2 versus 2 to close it out. And Day's going to try and take matters into his own hands. He goes for high ground. Guess what? He has 10 eliminations, double digits in the elimination feed, but it's not going to be enough. Edgy and Riverson will get the victory royale. However, it is Day and Clix who...
And look at it up on top.
Wow.
Day and Clix, 447 points. They were able to take a 60-plus point lead over Degen and Agers, who had such a commanding lead. Of course, you can't knock out Kanata and Macwood with 2 victory royales. Qua and Nico, who had an incredible performance in game number 7.